I haven't seen Evil Dead 2 yet. What would you think? I'd think that you're a cinematic idiot and I'd feel sorry for you. All right. Why? Because it's a brilliant film. It's so funny and violent and the soundtrack kicks fucking ass. I never thought I'd say this, but can I go work now?
It will haunt you every night. Whatever it is, no one should have to encounter that kind of evil. Except you girls, I think you can handle it.
Oh, good. Thanks.
We have a gift. We see what no one else is willing to see. We do things others can't do.
Ghostbusters.
If there's a paranormal problem, we're the ones to answer the call. Hello. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
What do we think of these Ghostbusters? Are they to be taken seriously?
You take that aisle, I'll take the far one.
Okay, you sweaty freaks, I'm about to save you from this ghost! Okay, so I don't know if it was a race thing or a lady thing, but I'm mad as hell.
There's a bigger picture at hand here. Someone is creating a device that amplifies paranormal activity.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Hey guys, check it out!
Kevin, come inside.
I was born to be a Ghostbuster, alright? Oh man, that's so not good.
Something big is going to happen.
The word we're looking for is apocalypse. You want a piece of this? Yeah!
The government's trying to claim the event isn't supernatural.
We don't want a panic. We don't want mass hysteria.
Get out of the city! Get out of the city! I will kick the unliving crap out of you, and you, especially you! Hey! Don't move! You got a,
No, I'm tired.
No, listen.
I'm just gonna go ahead and take off. How about that?
I don't really think that's a good idea.
No, going to take off. Don't piss off the ghost. Really?
Welcome again, folks, to another episode of What the Hell Did We Just Watch? I'm your host, Louis Vargas, and I am here with a bunch of people, bunch of angry people from what it looks like, and we're here to talk about, well, the elephant in the room, and it's called Ghostbusters.
Ugh.
Ghostbusters. And we're not talking about the huggable, lovable Ghostbusters from the 1980s. We're not even talking about the kinda lovable, kinda huggable Ghostbusters 2 from the early 90s either. Because we all know our favorite is the original one from the 80s. But just to clarify, we're talking about Ghostbusters 2016. Comes out very soon. And yeah, I got some faces here that look like they got a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? So, but before we do that, why don't we just go around the room and just introduce ourselves? Starting from my left, who we got here?
Hey guys, it's Cindy, aka Cece.
This is Jeremy, also known as Germs the Lion.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and that's the only thing I go by.
No, that's great. That's real good. And let's just get right down to it. I just throw down the freaking gauntlet here. Ghostbusters. Now, before we started this show, I had you guys just do one thing. I had you refresh. I had you guys watch 2 Ghostbusters 2016 trailers.
Yeah.
I let you guys watch the Ghostbusters 1980s trailer. And you guys also had the pleasure to listen to the new Ghostbusters theme song that's going to be in, I'm assuming it's going to be in the film. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to be in the credits when the movie ends.
Yeah, that was not a pleasure.
Now, all I gotta I'm just gonna start it off. I got some questions here, and the first one is just plain and simple. What's wrong?
I'm just not. I I don't feel anything. When I see the trailers, I'm like, what the heck is this? Like, seriously. I mean, the old Ghostbusters I grew up with watching, it completely different vibe, and just everything about it seems off. Down to even the jokes, the ghosts for one. Like, this, to me, it doesn't give me that vibe of somewhat seriousness that the original Ghostbusters gave me, you know? Like, this just seems like it's kind of a comedy kind of thing, and I'm just not, that wasn't something I was looking forward to with a new Ghostbusters coming out, especially with my memories of the old Ghostbusters. The only thing that I kind of got semi-excited about was because I got a glimpse of Slimer, and that's it. Aside from that, I'm like, I'm not feeling it.
Germ.
How much time do we have here? Because I have a long list now. Well, all right. I'm gonna just to make it short. I think my biggest problem was it doesn't seem like they put enough effort into it to make it something that was enjoyable. It seems like they just wanted to rush out a movie. They had this idea for a Ghostbusters thing, and they didn't put any thought to it. And they just threw a bunch of crappy jokes, bad graphics, and I don't like it.
Nailed it. He basically nailed it.
I think the marketing for this movie has been abysmal. I don't really think Sony knows what they're trying to do with the movie or who they're trying to appeal to. Because look at how it starts. It says 30 years ago, but it's a reboot.
Yep.
So who are they trying to attach to? Are they trying to go after a new audience that only has a vague recollection of Ghostbusters? Or are they trying to get the old fans? If they're trying to get the old fans, they're not really doing a good job, because I don't think the theme song is going to be enough. I think that I've seen the work of the four women that are going to be in the movie, but I think, honestly, from what we've seen, their talents are just being wasted. I really don't know what Sony's aim is with this movie, other than to maybe break even, because it doesn't look like a movie that's, I think, going to set the world on fire or even remotely close to it.
I think they were trying to rope the old guys in, the old fans in, by saying that 30 years ago, which I don't know if they noticed this, but it made it seem like it was some kind of a sequel. It says 30 years ago we have the 4 scientists. Only 3 of them were scientists, by the way. We have these 4 scientists, and all of a sudden, it's a whole brand new thing, and they're creating traps, and they're just discovering ghosts for the first time.
But you do realize also they also came out and said that this is also not in any way, shape, or form any kind of a sequel.
Yeah, that was one of the first things that they...
So why would the trailer of the movie reference something that happened 30 years ago when it didn't happen, because this is not the same universe?
And that is why the marketing guy from Sony is now without a job.
Yeah,
I'm not even saying that joke.
After the first trailer, from what Ruben told me, was that the marketing guy was cut off. He was Sony has zero.
They needed to go a certain way with this, and trying to go with nostalgia and a new audience rarely works. You have to pick. Yeah, you're gonna lose money either way, but you don't really have to worry about. Most people that are really diehard fans are probably gonna watch the movie even just glancingly. I'm not talking about people like you, Jeremy. You're hardcore to the hardcore. I'm just talking about guys that probably watched the movie when they were kids.
That
they'll probably just send their kids to it, but they're not really going to see any repeat viewings, I think. Unless the movie has something that we just have not been shown before yet.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, I don't even think will help this one.
It's just for people will mostly go see this movie for the nostalgic reasons, just because it's Ghostbusters. And like me, I was looking forward, as a Ghostbusters fan, I was looking forward and to a new Ghostbusters. Oh, they're females, that's cool, great, let's see. But now I'm like, wow, I'm like, I love the old Ghostbusters. I'm a big Bill Murray and all of them, all the old Ghostbusters, I love them. And so I was kind of happy that they brought in, like another cast. I was hoping that it would be like kind of mixed, like boys and girl Ghostbusters, not just girls. But I don't know. I thought it was gonna go a different way, and I'm just not happy with what I'm seeing on the trailers. It doesn't convince me to go see it, and I'm a fan. Like, I was looking forward for Ghostbusters, and now I'm just like bummed because I feel like it's not even like Ruben was saying. If they cut even in this movie,
that's a blessing.
Yeah, like literally, like
that'll be a blessing.
Seriously, there's nothing there, and it's not about the acting or anything like that, because the women in the movie are talented women, and including I've seen them in some things and they
Well,
made me laugh.
They're all Saturday Night Live people.
Yeah, and they're funny.
The one thing that they actually got right for this movie was that they got the people the way that they got the original people.
Yeah, Saturday
Night Live. So that was actually the only good step that they took.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? But like, let's go backwards a little bit to before we got Ghostbusters, the movie that's coming out very soon. Ruben and I, we always used to go back and forth from the day that this thing was like literally conceived. You know, from the day that the sperm was put into the egg. You know, that Ruben and I were literally talking about it like, oh well, they're doing like, but it was different. Like the different versions. Like before, it was like before we got what we got. What was it that we were getting? Oh, we're gonna get Ghostbusters 3. We're hearing that everybody's gonna come back.
I remember hearing back the old rumors when we were supposed to get a Ghostbusters 3 and the setting was supposed to be something like what? Manhattan?
Something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Dan Aykroyd has been trying to get the movie, and I understand trying to get Bill Murray back, but honestly, I think at some point you have to let the ship sail.
Yeah.
If the guy does not want to do the movie under any circumstances, you can't latch onto it. No. Because honestly, I think that's the one reason why we did not get a sequel. Because he needed, and I understand, Bill Murray... Without Bill Murray, Ghostbusters isn't Ghostbusters.
Sure, sadly, it's true. But he is the funniest character. He's that guy.
But if they really wanted to make the movie and not let it languish for... What year are we in? 2016. So the last movie came out in 1989. Mm-hmm. I think they probably should have tried to do something, even if it was a ridiculously small role for Bill Murray. Mm-hmm. But I think maybe Dan Aykroyd or Sony or Ivan Reitman or whoever it was, they tried to get him onto maybe something that he just didn't want to do. And they just stuck with that until too much time has passed, and by now we've already lost Harold Ramis. So the best we got was that game that came out a few years ago.
That was considered.
That's pretty much the bookend to the original Ghostbusters, and that's.
I felt like I was in 1993 in Manhattan.
It felt like a legit sequel. Yeah. It literally did. Like that actually made sense. Where you got these new guys, you got the Ghostbusters. And then they get that one new guy, and everything is from his perspective.
Because one of the funniest jokes I think from the original movie is think about the franchising possibilities.
Yeah. I think touching back on that video game, I think that would have worked, and I believe from what I've read, because I've been following it too, I believe that was the original premise. Mm-hmm. The Ghostbusters, they're all worn out, tired from doing what they need and they wanted new guys, and that's my biggest gripe.
Now let me ask you a question. Now. You were just like, that was one of the original ideas that was floating around, like being kicked around by Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis, rest in peace, at the time when he was alive. Now, does that sound like an idea that was like, hey man, I want to see that?
I would, if this movie had ended up like that, if these three old guys, you know what, especially really quickly, just to go back, that whole Bill Murray thing. They could have, for all we would have cared, for all intents and purposes, they could have started off at Venkman's funeral, and come to the conclusion,
or even just say he died.
Yeah, but if this movie had, if they were new trainees and it was in the same universe, I would have been all gung ho to go see it.
Yeah, the idea of it, of saying like, you know what, we're not the Ghostbusters no more. It's gonna be Joe, Gary, and freaking
or
Tommy,
even the four actresses that are in it now. You know what I mean? Like,
or even if they recruit these women.
Yeah.
Or if it had stemmed from the loins of the original Ghostbusters, we probably, as fans of the original Ghostbusters, would have been a little bit more forgiving.
Would have been more okay with it.
Originally, people were always gonna have to come to grips that we were gonna get the Ghostbusters movie that was gonna have nothing to really do, because Dan Aykroyd could give all his blessings he wants. But for the most part, he's not part of this movie at all.
No, not at all.
It's someone else's baby.
Yeah.
And I think maybe if they just tried to do something before, then maybe we would have gotten some type of movie like this made by somebody outside of the original cast and production team and all of that. We would have gotten that a lot later than we're getting it now. If they probably did something with the movie years ago, and I'm talking about probably the mid 90s or the early 2000s.
Not waited for so much time.
Yeah, because the movie has just languished in hell. They've done comic books, they've done the game, they've tried to do everything, but I think they've just handicapped themselves.
Dan Aykroyd messed up. That's what it was. He wanted to make a new movie, But he needed Bill Murray. I guess in his mind, he needed Bill Murray. Without Bill Murray, there's nothing. Whether on any way, shape, or form that he thought that he needed Bill Murray, he wasn't getting him, and that's why this film was just being put on a hiatus. Because regardless of what you actually have to say about Ghostbusters 2, I think it was a big enough success for them to make a Ghostbusters 3 at the time.
I enjoyed Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah, no, but I have its little beef with it. Yeah. Just a little smidge, and that's what makes this show a real talk rant, not a what the hell did we just watch, because we haven't watched anything. And we're talking about a movie that is not out yet, and we're seeing how our feelings are before the movie comes out.
Although when I did see the trailer, I did ask myself, what the hell did I just watch?
No, for real. Like,
Thank you for that awesome marketing right there. But yeah, no, like my only small beef with Ghostbusters 2 was that it dumbed itself down a little bit because they found out that kids were watching it. Yeah. You know what I mean? But what they didn't realize is that what we were watching was something that I guess maybe we shouldn't have been watching at our age.
Right.
You know, because of the scare factor and all that stuff. It was more on the adult side. Mm-hmm. But somewhere along the line, Sony...
The movie had a blowjob joke, for God's sake. I just saw the actual storyboard scenes, and Dan Aykroyd actually put...
the ghost gives him a blowjob.
Yeah,
that's
puts,
what the scene where the ghost is hovering over.
It says Ray goes cross-eyed from getting ghost blowjob.
Nice.
That's excellent. I never knew that. I knew there was a sexual thing going on, but I never really looked into it because you see the buttons unbuckle and it's unzipped, and you're like, and you just see him get cross-eyed.
We got Ghostbusters 2 due to the real Ghostbusters cartoon. It was a show that obviously was catered to children, and 5 years already passed since the original, and movie companies just know we need to get every dollar we can from there. So the movie was softer in a lot of respects.
Yeah, part 2 was
to the
softer
original.
because it wasn't like that. It was just like Vigo would have been so much more intimidating if he didn't have that dumb ass lackey.
Oh, Janosch.
Yeah, if he didn't have Janosch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Thank you, my lord. And he does a little spit. If Vigo had just like literally a minion, but like a serious minion, it would have been excellent. Like, come on, man. Like, what's so scary about him coming down as like a ghost, looking like a nanny and taking a baby? Yeah, what is so like serious or scary about it? If it wasn't for Sigourney Weaver's character being so like distraught that her baby got taken away, it would have been a laughable scene.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and
that's
also
what I'm saying.
Another thing I think that goes against Ghostbusters 2 is that nobody likes to see the hero get kicked down from the throne after they make it to the top.
Which is funny though, like
because
we see in the beginning
they
of part 2.
saved New York. Oh yeah, they write it off. Go like, oh, they got sued by every city, county, and blah blah blah.
After saving the day.
But it's hard to see if these guys make it to the top and then just unceremoniously like get the hell out of here.
But that's what
happens. It's hard to take. I think.
Yeah.
It's harder here for a ghost pimp, and I think that's why.
That's why they were out. Like they killed. In part 2, they killed all the ghosts. They have no real jobs anymore.
Right. But that's with the new Ghostbusters now. That's how I think. That's the way that's the route that they're going with the whole not so scary and let's keep it toned down for the general audiences and and that kind of angers me a little bit.
X that out a little bit. You said Ruben said it himself that he's not sure who they're marketing to. I'm telling you right now, it's marketed for kids. 100%.
You think so? Yes. I think it's more like general audience.
Oh, now I remember.
More general.
Well, definitely for kids. It kind of does have that kiddish
friendly.
vibe. Now thinking about it kind of has.
You guys remember the Scooby-Doo movies, the live action ones a few years ago?
Yeah.
The ghosts pretty much seemed like it come from that.
Yeah.
That's what I just remembered.
Those don't look scary to me at all. They look cool,
these
the graphics,
ghosts,
but not
like
scary.
remind me of something that I've seen before, and it just
Scooby-Doo
popped into my head right now.
movies.
The Scooby-Doo live action movies had ghosts that looked just like that.
Cindy, you said they look cool, but I mean, I still have to disagree. Like, I really think they didn't even try to put like there've been some movies. But there've been some ghost movies where they look legit, real scary, and they look better. The better CG. It just looks like a PS2 cutscene game.
No, you're right. When I see now he's bringing some things into perspective now, and now thinking about the trailer and thinking about how the ghosts look. Yeah, and talking about video games, he's 100% right. They really do look like they come from cutscenes in video games. They do. Now, when he puts it like that, even though, and again, I have a problem with, even though like everybody's okay with the whole non-scary factor, I kind of wanted Ghostbusters to have scary ghosts.
Yeah.
Like to have really
That's one
realistic
thing that-
scary ghosts. Like come on, scare
That's
me a little
actually
bit.
one thing, and that's where I give the credit to Ghostbusters too. Though it did dumb itself down a little bit for kids,
Yeah.
to be more acceptable for kids so they can watch it
It
and
still
not
had
cry
a
to
scary
their
moments.
mommies
Yeah.
that the librarian ghost was fucking scary.
yeah, like-
No, that-
Remember the librarian ghost from
Yeah,
the first one?
that was
You're
scary.
gonna tell me that you didn't get a little creeped out? I was
Yeah.
even creeped out even before we see that ghost.
You-
Like meaning when the librarian's going down, she's putting the books
Oh,
away
yeah,
and the
she's-
thing.
Just
Come
the
on.
fun, just the
You
fun.
have that eerie atmosphere.
Yes, man. That's
Original
creepy as hell.
Ghostbusters just have a more eerie feel to it, just a little bit, but just the right amount of eerie.
Even
Even just the right amount of comedy and eerie.
Yeah.
Whereas if this new one feels like it's mostly comedy.
Yeah.
And
It's all comedy.
Like,
Yeah, it's all
like
comedy.
Jeremy.
Or at least
just
that's what
said,
they're giving it us because it's
you know,
speculation. That's what it's.
You know, we
that's
have
what it's giving us.
we're sitting in a room right now with also people who are video gamers, and it's funny because I didn't even think about that, and now that Jeremy said that, I'm like, you know what? He's 100% right. It's true.
It looks like video game
They
characters.
look like
you
video
should
game
be shooting them.
characters. Like, what the heck? Now I'm pissed off even more.
you know,
I'm
the-
slowly getting more and more pissed off.
The ghosts in the Ghostbusters video game look more realistic than the ones in this.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
so side note, when we all go see this movie, if we do, I think we should all bring the Nintendo Entertainment System zappers. Because,
Yeah.
you know, so we could
Oh,
point
yeah,
at it and
the
just
zappers.
shoot them. Because they're on the screen, you gotta shoot them.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll make it more fun for us. You know, but going back to Ghostbusters 2, what I was saying is that one thing that I won't forget, that I will forgive them for with Ghostbusters 2, you know, with them kind of like meeting that middle ground, because the Scoleri brothers was a pretty creepy scene.
Yeah.
As much as I miss Ernie Hudson, though he was in court, and yet
Yeah.
he didn't fight the ghost with them.
Right.
How did
Oh,
that happen? That's right.
Even the scene
He
with
was an
Ernie Hudson-
employee. Most likely that's why he wasn't there.
Yeah,
the,
pretty much.
the principal owners were most likely
He's just the guy that-
Egon and Peter. What was it? Was it 12,005 or something like that?
But no, it was like if it gives me $12.5 an hour, I'll take it. I'll give it what you say.
But yeah, even the scene with Ernie Hudson in the subway in Ghostbusters 2, that was
Yeah,
creepy.
with the
The
my
heads
god,
on top
yo,
of them,
yeah, oh my god, are you kidding me? When
Yeah.
they're all screaming and they're all like
yelling
scared.
their name, they're getting their name back,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Yo," and
Yeah,
there's silence.
and they're like, "Hey, Winston," and then he gets hit by the train, so to
Yeah,
speak,
oh, yeah.
and he's just like, ah. As much as cute and funny as it was at the end,
Yeah.
but the ghost train going through him was a little scary for the moment.
Yeah.
At the moment,
Okay,
it had
guys.
scary parts.
I must say, you're going down memory lane, and I know this is gonna sound super corny, but my most scary moment as a kid was when the marshmallow guy. He's just
that's-
terrifying to me
That
when
was
I
scary.
was
You know
growing
why?
up.
And that's the reason
especially
why.
when he got mad
That's
that they
the
were
reason
shooting
why.
at him. I'm done with it. Like
I'm-
I was so.
I'm gonna say
No, so
right
scary.
now, if we were the Ghostbusters, Cindy's actually Dan Aykroyd's character. Now I know who's everybody. I know who one of us four are. Cindy will definitely be Dan Aykroyd. Stop! Don't think of anything. Stop! What did you think? And she's gonna be the one that's gonna make us. That's gonna bring us the Marshmallow Man as
Oh my God.
our self destruction.
Someone asks you if you're a god. What do you say?
You say yes.
No.
It's there you
Yes.
go.
Okay,
Yeah, when
okay,
Gozer
okay.
tells you if you're a god, you got to make sure you say yes. Because if you say no, then what happens, Jeremy?
Oh, well, you get zapped.
Then die. But you know that'll go right over to the next question. It's the trailer, the new trailer. What's wrong with it?
All right.
In what way?
Oh my gosh! But didn't we just
The trailer. Now I just
No.
want to know what's wrong with the trailer.
the trailer?
Yeah,
is-
like you watched the trailer. What's wrong with it? Like I have my own thing, and I'm gonna go around. Like I'm gonna just start it off real quick. I'm just gonna tell you the really easy stuff real quick. The trailer's not funny
Yeah.
when it's supposed to be funny.
And it's really trying to.
It's not funny.
Yeah.
The original Ghostbusters trailer had a kind of creepiness towards it.
Yes, that's,
And this
that
one
is-
does not. So that
Makes
already
me
goes
so-
to tell me, in speculation, there are no any kind of horror elements
Yeah,
in this movie at
that's
all.
that's the that's the main problem I have, Mr. Luis
and-
Vargas.
And third of all, and I'm just saying the simple stuff. And the third of all, I don't feel the chemistry between anyone.
Yeah.
As them as a team, don't see it, don't feel it.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Cindy, what do you think?
I
The trailer.
completely agree with you with the trailer as far as I got zero amount of horror or like scariness or anything eerie, like how we saw the first Ghostbusters trailer where the books are like, you're like, what's going on? Nope, didn't intrigue me at all. Like, okay, I also got the vibe that it's gonna be more comedy than anything else. And that bummed me out because, like I said, I want some kind of scary element to it. Like, you can have the jokes, that's fine, but
It's supposed to.
and that's fine. That's cool. But the whole thing is that they don't have the scary element at all. Like, and it's something that I feel is so important for Ghostbusters. And now, you know, you're out there fighting ghosts. There's supposed to be some kind of scariness to it. It can't be just all comedy and, oh no, you're trying to save the city from
Ghosts from
you know,
destruction,
paranormal
hell on
activity,
Earth, mass hysteria.
Like, yeah. So go ahead, Germs.
For me, it's kind of just to like piggyback off of what Lewis said. It's the trailer. It's I don't see any chemistry there. The trailer is there. It is not funny at all. They really try so hard to be funny, and it's not. It's like that scene where she gets slapped. I don't know the names yet.
The first slap I liked.
Yeah.
The fact that they OD with the slap, I was like,
and
yeah,
then
you're
just,
beating a dead
just
horse.
That loud, obnoxious character. It doesn't. It doesn't. I don't like it. You know.
No.
And then that's gonna leave a mark. Like, okay, we get it. You know, we get it.
We know it's gonna
what's her
leave
name? Melissa McCarthy.
Ruben knows those
We get
characters'
it,
names
Melissa
a lot better.
McCarthy. You are
Yeah.
the female Chris Farley, but you don't have to be the female.
Actually be Chris Farley. He's like, come on, you know, Ruben.
I don't know who was it made for. The thing wasn't funny at all.
I think it's made for people that like funny movies, and that's
But which ones though? Because even
the physical comedy
even the
enthusiasts.
movies that Paul Feig has made in the past, like their trailers have been better.
Oh, dude, his last two movies. Like, I've never seen any of his movies, so I'm gonna be honest with you. But I've seen the Heat trailer, and it's a watchable trailer. What is The Boss? Wasn't that his last movie? No, not The Boss, The Spy. Even that one, and that got like ridiculous reviews, like really good reviews. Like, if you like comedy, go see it stuff. I'm not big on that. Not a big fan of screwball comedies or anything like that. I'm not huge on that. I'm more of a spoofs guy or a Kevin Smith guy. But like I like my jokes being said. I don't really like the physical part of it. Meaning like when this girl, like the slapping and the girl throwing herself over the stage.
It's stuff like that I think
yeah.
bothers me, is because it seems like they're trying way too hard, and I'm not even sure why.
Yeah,
Like
I agree
the whole
with
thing
that.
with the
more-
vomit joke. I mean, what is this? Who asked for some type of joke like that?
And that was
who other than children?
Yeah,
and I mean
well,
very
like that.
young
I
children
could show that too.
that are
I
like
could show
5
that,
or 4 years old would find that funny.
I'm sure that you can
And
show
then-
that to your kid. You can show that to your son or your daughter. You make them watch that one scene where that ghost throws up on her, and they'll laugh. They won't even get scared.
And then is going for like the overkill with the whole crack line right afterwards. I mean,
the scene that goes afterwards. Oh, and that gets everywhere.
There's
everywhere.
like telling us a joke, and then there's like, if you have to explain a joke, it's no longer funny.
No, it's not funny. At least to the people that don't need it. You know what I mean? And then you got the ones that need it.
And
if they want to keep laughing,
like
go
some
ahead,
of the
bro.
stuff that I've seen from Leslie Jones and on her work on SNL has been good. But I think they're playing up the loud, obnoxious black woman way too much in what we've seen.
The fact
Like,
that she even says it in plain daylight, I don't know if it's a racist thing or a woman thing, but I'm mad as hell. Like, that is like black joke on top of another
I think
black
they
joke.
could have done a lot.
Woman joke.
On top of a woman joke.
I think they could have done a lot more with that. It's like right now, obviously, we only have trailers to go by, so we don't really know if these characters are gonna gel. But I wonder what makes them come together. And honestly, why does the black girl have to be the one that works in the damn subway?
Well, I could tell you this, Rumor. I bet you $1 million that though we're getting a remake or a sequel or whatever it is that trailer is telling us that we got, that they're doing the exact same movie as the first one. And then I'm going to give you a reason why. One, because of the scene where that ghost throws up on that girl. I bet you that's the first ghost they see.
Yeah,
just like that's the librarian ghost that we see.
I think it is kind of going to be like that because I was in Target and I saw the action figure and the I forget the name of the ghost that looks like the one on the logo, but it said the Destroyer under him. So I'm guessing that's supposed to be Gozer the Destroyer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we're gonna get another Gozer.
Yeah,
and
somebody has to.
Maybe Gozer will be a man.
Somebody has to be behind all of this.
Yeah.
It will be a man.
Yes, I thought Gozer was man. It's whatever it wants to be, and in this movie, it will be a man.
I think to try and answer Ruben's question, who is it marketed to? I think it's marketed for kids these days, but they wanted to make sure they get as many kids as possible. They wanted to give that little throwback to us. And they're like, hey, this was 30 years ago, remember?
God,
Guess what?
God
now
help
for your kids. Come
God
watch
help
it again.
Sony and Paul Feig if I see a goddamn freaking selfie stick in this movie.
No, there was one.
Dude, there is one.
no.
Did you not see that? I don't
No.
know. I don't know.
Yeah, in the
I don't
second
know about a
trailer.
selfie stick, but I do remember that scene where that demon is on the black
So
girl's
many things are-
shoulders.
So
on
many
that girl's
things.
shoulders.
Like this isn't just
You
for
didn't see
this
that trailer?
movie.
Yeah, that's
If
one
I
we
did
just
See
not-
that trailer?
We watched it
The
right
demon
before.
is on the
notice it.
shoulders,
And she goes,
she's
"Really?"
like, and they're
I
like,
didn't
"No,
notice
stop!
it.
The
Yeah.
ghost is on you." She's like, "Nope, I'm gonna go home right now." And somebody literally goes right next to her, puts her arm around her,
I
and then
didn't see
takes
that part.
takes a selfie with her and the ghost on her shoulders. And I'm just like, Jesus.
Oh, then
that's
that
just
that
bad.
means we're just a few
Yeah,
minutes away from
like-
the damn hashtag joke.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a hashtag joke.
There has
There
to
has
be.
to be.
There has to be. With
There's
it.
gonna
And
be
even though that's
memes
going
and
off
hashtags
slightly,
galore. That's what's
gonna
gonna
be,
happen.
That's gonna be going off topic a little bit, but I think in 20 years' time, movies that are being made now are gonna be incredibly dated, even more so than the 80s movies.
Because of selfies. and
Because
all
of
that
selfie
stuff.
hashtags, memes, it's gonna be something that people are gonna joke about. Our kids are gonna go like, "Oh, our parents and even us in some points, we were really stupid."
Well, because you know what it is, they're not beating. In the 80s, they didn't beat pop culture in the head with a stick like
No, it's
we
just
do
now. Now
like
you
for
see-
instance,
Yeah,
Now
we
you
see
see-
because we want it to be relatable to the audience. That's why they do that. That whole pop culture
But it
thing,
goes,
like
I
selfie.
think,
Oh,
I
look,
think it
there
goes
are
to a
movies like
point of
that.
like being a character. Because like you see anything in the 80s now, when you see big hair, leg warmers,
but that's just
neon
them.
colors. But I don't remember none of that crap
Yeah.
other
No.
than in the movies back
But
then.
they
This is
also,
way-
but they
and
also
now you
didn't
see
wear that to
anything
joke.
with the
though.
80s, and that's what it is.
They didn't wear that to make a joke though. They were wearing that because that was the style back then.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
us, we're laughing at it now, like, oh my god, look what that person was wearing.
Yeah.
Where now it's like we're making fun of selfies because selfies are funny.
Yeah.
Or at
Yeah,
least
exactly.
taking an inappropriate selfie is funny. So they think that it's funny to put it in. And I just think that's just stupid. You know what I'm saying? So, and, you know, one of the things that annoys the hell out of me about this trailer is that it's not like the movies that have trailers that I've seen that I don't want to see. Meaning those movies that I'm, like, for instance, here, I'll give you a good one. Transformers, the trailer. I saw the trailer. I thought it was badass. I wanted to see it. When I saw it, it was complete crap.
Yeah.
It was pure crap. But when I saw the sequels to the trailers to the sequels, they were still awesome trailers. They were well-made trailers that, damn, yo, if I didn't hate the first one, I would go see this one.
I remember
would
being
tell me
so
that.
excited for the
And
Transformers.
Ruben and I saw the first Transformers movie because I'm pretty sure he thought the exact same thing as me. He thought that the trailer was awesome.
Yeah, same.
You know what I'm saying? The trailer is awesome. I pop in that first trailer for that Transformers and people be like, yo, that's pretty badass. And I've never seen it. I want to see it now. But you see Ghostbusters, I don't know for the life of me who wants to see it.
You
I
know
have not
it's
met
gonna be
one
a
person
bad
that
movie.
says, oh my God, Ghostbusters, I got to see that. I don't know one person.
I know one person, and
You know one?
yeah, one person. It was his name's well, I'm not gonna say his name, but yeah, he's one of my friends. He actually commented on Facebook, and he always gives me crap about oh you're an anti-feminist or whatever.
Wait. Yeah, and that's what's going to segue into my next question. But before, is it the picture that you put up with you sticking out the middle finger at the Ghostbusters poster?
No,
the other day?
no.
Oh,
but
okay.
it's,
It wasn't there. It wasn't in the
it
comments.
wasn't in that comment, no, but it was before that. I actually think you got into it.
I
with
did
him
get
once.
into it.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I said though, but I do remember it was one of those threads about it.
Yeah, he attacks me because he really wants to see it. I think he just loves the ladies or something. But he thinks it's an anti-feminist thing. It's really not.
Yeah. And I like those girls when they're on, and then on top of it, on what the similarities are, and I'm calling it, the mayor is a female, and it's that cute chick from SNL, the hot one.
Sesame Strong?
Yeah, the one that of the segment that I showed Cindy about the bad girls. The
I
one
love
that
that.
the segment,
That
the girl that said that she wanted a cup for water,
Oh,
and then she says, I'm
I
gonna fill
got
it,
lemonade.
and I'm gonna fill it up.
Fill it up with lemonade.
Bad girls do it well, live fast, die
I love
young. That's
that.
what it is.
I love that
And
skit.
it's that girl. She plays the mayor. And they're also even gonna have a scene of like, we gotta get out of the city. We gotta get out of the city. Yeah. You know, like in part 2, the restaurant scene where they're all dripped in goo.
Yeah,
and
I saw.
They're gonna have that
the clip
exact
back,
same scene. There's a lot of like similarities in it and stuff like that. There's demonic possession.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where Thor, who is now who plays Janine.
Yeah.
But he's no Annie Potts.
No, he is no Annie Potts. Ghostbusters, what do you want? But he plays. But this was funny. He plays a hot secretary, right?
Yeah.
But even in the trailer, gave off a little bit more than maybe they should have. He gets possessed by a ghost, and I think that he becomes the face of the bad guys. a little bit.
Nice.
I think he becomes he is also not only is he the secretary, but I think he also plays Lewis because he wants to be a Ghostbusters too.
Right. Yeah.
Because there's also a scene of him outside of the building saying, "Look, I'm a Ghostbuster," and he's dressed in the outfit, and then he gets possessed by a ghost. I'm just like, okay, you're just like moving everything around, but I see what you're doing, and it's still not good.
It's not.
You know, but leads me to my favorite question on this list, and just flat out say it. Are we, the fact that we're not liking this trailer, are we just being sexist? Are we being sexist?
No,
Not at all.
But there has some people really need to stop denying it. This movie has been shitted on since literally day one.
Yeah, even when
before
they found out
there
it
was a
girl.
cast.
Yeah.
But it was just said Paul Feig was directing it, and before he said he was going to cast all women, people already hated it.
Yeah,
because
and
there
we
is a
didn't even know what women were
huge
gonna be in it.
contingent of fat neck beards that live in their basement, in their mom's basement, not their basement because they don't have money.
No.
They only have they have been against this movie since it was officially greenlit.
When they announced Paul Feig as a director, I was like, oh, okay, so Melissa McCarthy Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
You immediately thought that?
Most
Yeah,
people
I cast her.
did. Most people
And
did.
you called that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until I think a day later or a few hours later that they confirmed that it was going to be an all-female cast. And when they saw that, that's when the internet went. You put your hand on. I'm not done. That's when the internet went freaking crazy because there's a huge group of people that can, other than sleeping with women, I do not want anything to do with them.
See, me as a woman,
I hope that's what you are because you've been lying to us the last few years.
I hope she's a woman. I've been dating her for a decade.
But me as a woman, when I found out there was gonna be an all females cast, I not gonna lie, I was kind of worried because I was like,
Really? As a woman?
As a woman, yeah, because I was like, not because they were gonna be bad actresses or anything like that, but they were gonna give us a stereotype, maybe female, looking cute and sexy, and no.
And they kind of called that only with the black girl.
You
though,
need
so
to
far.
be.
They did the stereotype
No,
so
but
far,
but they
yeah.
might have. Doesn't matter. Like they might have. I didn't know yet who was being casted.
Yeah,
Right?
no,
At
no,
that
no.
moment, I wasn't aware
you
of who was
called
gonna
it,
be
though.
casted.
But you called it,
But
though.
I was scared that they were gonna make the Ghostbusters females cutesy dootsy. The stereotypical thing.
When
So
you were afraid they were gonna make the Ecto-1 pink.
no, and for me, Ghostbusters, we need a group of kick-ass girls, like girls that are willing to get down and dirty. And I was afraid that they were gonna go that route, and then automatically it was gonna be bad because. Ghostbusters running around in little skirts. Come on now. Like, seriously? Like, no.
If this
Like,
movie,
no.
if
So
this
that
movie
was
was
my
probably
worry as a
made
female.
15 years ago, it's likely that's exactly
See, and
what
that's
we
what I
might
didn't
get.
want.
I already picture if this movie didn't have a trailer yet, and you saying what you said. Now I'm just thinking about A League of Their Own with proton packs.
No, and that was
About
my
what-
main worry because I don't want, I'm like,
And
kind of,
everybody-
I'm with the feminist movement, kind of.
Yeah,
and
I
don't
would hope
want women
everybody
to be
hears-
viewed like,
For the main
again, they're Ghostbusters. They have to be sexy, showing boobs,
No.
and no.
For the most part, feminism just means believing women should have equal rights, and I
Yes,
think
amen
everybody
to that.
sitting down here believes that.
Yes.
But let me ask you this, Jeremy, because since you have been attacked for being a sexist
Yes.
and a woman hater
And a racist, don't
and
forget.
all that
And a
because
and
of
a
your
racist.
because of posting what you feel would be a
Yeah.
shitty movie. Are you sexist?
Absolutely not.
You're mad that these four are women.
I'm
fighting
not.
ghosts.
You know what's funny? I never once in my many Facebook rants have I ever said they got chicks to be Ghostbusters. No, that's not my
And that's
beef.
true because I'm always reading Jeremy's post. So he has never once said that.
My beef with it is that it's not in the same universe. Like
Exactly.
that's my main. That's my
that
biggest.
is a big beef because
Yeah.
I mean,
Big
well,
one.
let me ask you this: if they would have told you from the jump that they were just remaking the whole damn thing, would that have bothered you?
Absolutely. If they were just
Really?
remaking
if they
it.
just said, "Hey, yeah, we're doing a brand new Ghostbusters,"
If they remade the movie with all dudes and it wasn't a sequel, I
or
would
even
still
just
be
chicks,
pissed.
but they said like, you
But
know
you
what?
mean a remake-
We're remaking a movie. And
But you
this
mean
is
a
the movie.
remake in the
But that
vein,
had- but it
in
pissed
the
you off?
vein of like,
No,
let's
not
say
in the vein.
RoboCop?
Yeah, like what they did RoboCop.
Meaning
it's a
a-
new
not-
movie. It has
not
nothing
what
to
they're
do-
doing now.
Not a
No.
shot-for-shot remake, but
No,
pretty
no,
much the
but
same story.
They say, hey, no, because Ghostbusters.
Because
they,
remake
like I
and
said,
reboot are two different
yeah,
things.
yeah,
No,
okay.
no, I
This
don't
is a
mean reboot. I'm talking about they took Ghostbusters and they're remaking it. They're making a whole new movie for a new generation. And you know how remakes
Yes,
are.
yeah.
You know, like that's remakes. You know what I'm saying? Like when to Dawn of the Dead. Obviously, Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead is not a leech of any. Of the Dead movies. It's a remake.
Yeah.
It's a remake of Dawn of the Dead. It's a whole new movie.
Right.
No
You know what
remake.
I mean? Updated.
No
and
remake.
like they told you, yeah, man, we're making Ghostbusters. We're updating it. It's Ghostbusters right now, brand new. Because that's what they're doing. They got a brand new song. They're not using the same old song. They got a brand new song. They got
Except
a
in the
brand new.
trailers.
Yeah, exactly. They got a,
And it's on the soundtrack.
Oh,
The
it is?
Parker Jr. version is
Get
on
out
the
of here.
soundtrack.
They are. There's in the soundtrack.
Yeah.
That I was wondering if that. I mean, it doesn't need to be.
Well, unfortunately, the man needs to eat. That's
Yeah,
the only song he has.
exactly.
And after
But he still got sued for it.
Huey Lewis and the News took his money.
Yeah, they did.
So,
because they does
Even
sound
then,
like that
that's
song.
even then that's not even Huey
New
Lewis's
drug.
original song either. Because I heard another song that came out before
That
that
has that
sounded
same
exactly
sound.
alike.
I going back to what you said about the remake, I really, really, really would not want to see a remake because of the fact that they'll lose the gist of the original Ghostbusters. I really like the original Ghostbusters, and I feel like if they do a remake, they might steer away from that and destroy childhood ruined. Hashtag childhood
No.
ruined.
No, I'm-
Your childhood cannot be ruined. They can unless they do something to retroactively go back and destroy all our stuff.
Leave it
our
just as
childhood will
is.
be
It's perfect
saved.
just as is.
Going back to what we were saying, so there's no one that's sexist here. I'm not a sexist about it. I'm actually pro-woman. If they wanted to make an all-female anything, I'm totally fine with it. Just make a good movie. That's all I give a
Yeah,
crap about. And the thing is that what upsets me is that I opened it up with both arms open. Waiting for this, whenever they have footage out and everything, they said they got girls. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit. Yeah, we got a new Chubb. We got a new Actor 1. We got a new everything. Yeah, so go ahead, man.
Yeah, because
don't
I
give a shit.
remember sending
Yo,
you the pictures, and
yeah,
we both
here's
agreed.
here's the picture of the outfits.
suits look
Yeah, they
fine.
don't
The
look- they don't
proton
look
pack
bad at
looks
all.
fine. It looks
Yeah.
a bit more primitive.
Yeah.
but it looks fine.
But I was like, yeah, but
Because-
that is another thing. It's weird.
yeah, like I said to myself, I don't give a shit about that. I don't give no crap about that. I'm like, it's the movie. Like they didn't even, and
the only
they
thing we
cast
could
everybody.
assume is
yeah.
that maybe they didn't have a house to sell like Ray did.
Yeah,
They
like,
couldn't
yeah.
put a mortgage on something.
Yeah, they're probably gonna take it from the skinny one though. I bet you she's the Dan.
Oh,
Aykroyd
of course,
the
you
whole
know
thing.
it's not going to be.
The skinny
That's
tall
one thing that's always going to bother me. I do not like the way Leslie Jones is being represented.
portrayed.
in the movie.
Yeah.
The magic Negro stereotype that she's only there. Oh, I got the car.
She's MTA too. Yeah, she's MTA. That's her job.
I
At
mean,
least, at least she's not
Even
unemployed
though
like
it
Ernie
doesn't
Hudson
really,
was.
it doesn't really excuse it at all, because there was no reason that that Winston couldn't have been just as good, just in the same level mentally as the other three Ghostbusters, but his part got cut down.
Yeah.
I
When
like
Eddie
Winston,
Murphy
though.
was gonna get the role, his role was gonna be a hell of a lot bigger.
Yeah.
He was gonna show up in the beginning of the movie, not
He was
towards
probably
the
gonna
middle.
be. Yeah, he was probably gonna be one of the
He was gonna
like
be
when
like
they
an
started
Air
and they were
Force
hiring
pilot.
somebody, like how
he
they hired
wasn't
Janine.
some dude that literally read a newspaper ad.
Yeah, exactly.
And said, "Oh, as long as there's a steady paycheck in it, I'll believe anything you say."
I'll believe anything you say.
Yeah, but even still, it wasn't Winston's character was not stereotypical back then. He was a
No,
regular
sure as hell
blue collar
not.
guy.
But this,
he
I
didn't come
think-
up and was like, "Hey, I'm a breakdancer, guys."
No,
That's
but
it,
thi-
like-
this, I
but-
think Leslie Jones pretty much
Yes,
is.
exactly.
But
Like, they
he
went
did
backwards.
have a stereotypical.
And
Joker.
how could we cannot? There's not.
Do you remember? You don't
this
remember?
Thing,
Hold
this
on.
thing is set in New York,
Yeah,
and not one of these four women is Hispanic.
yeah.
They couldn't have gotten a Puerto Rican or Dominican somewhere.
Yeah.
This is New York City.
And they got three white
Unless
chicks
this
and a
thing
black girl.
only happens in the middle of Central Park, you're gonna see people that are not just white.
Yeah. But I think that there are actually two racist jokes that Ernie Hudson says.
What was that?
He's an unemployed black man, and he's looking for any job. It don't even matter what the hell it is, as long as it's a 30 paycheck. I'm willing. And the other one is, I have seen shit that'll turn you white. Like that's a racist joke. It has an underlying
I
racist
mean,
joke.
well,
No,
yeah.
but no, it's white like you get scared, petrified.
Yeah, yeah,
but the way
exactly.
it comes out his mouth, because what happens? What was the scene right afterwards? That fireman was like, "Oh my god!" Like he just said white, like the way he said it. Like, but it's a classic. I love it. It's hilarious. But it's not the whole racist thing and woman thing. Is like that's just like racist joke.
Yeah.
Woman joke. Are you gonna laugh now? It's funny.
There are many people, like going back to what we were saying before, that they latch on to how they perceive things when they were kids. There's a lot of stuff I liked when I was a kid, but honestly, you could go back and not everything is really gonna hold up
Yeah.
as well as you think it does.
Yep.
There's a lot of things that we watched that we thought, oh my God, this is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
But we were like 5.
Yeah.
Go back and watch it at our ages, which is
What
40,
But
23,
that's actually something.
and 67.
That's actually
and it's not going to be. It's not going to be the same.
Oh, that's not our ages, guys. By the way,
like I keep saying, it keeps going back. There's a large group that is just hate-filled. Anything that they would do with the Ghostbusters franchise, and that honestly, it's probably loosely used that it's a franchise because we only got really 2 movies and the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe now it could be considered a franchise because they branched out so much with comic books, the video game, not that wonderful video game that we played on the NES and the Master System, the good one that came out for the PS3 and the 360 a few years ago.
Ruben, you're forgetting the Ecto Cooler.
Oh, that's back by the way.
Ecto Cooler.
It's back, and
I've never actually had. I've never had Ecto Cooler.
I want it.
What does it taste like? Does anybody here?
It tastes like dreams.
Let's be
no,
serious.
it's
What does it taste
my
like?
mom used to buy me
Is it
those
like-
all the time.
It's a citrus. Actually, I think the original. I did a lot of research on the Ecto Cooler. I think the original flavor was like orange citrus, and it actually was around for a while after they canceled the Ecto Cooler,
which I always found weird.
as a citrus cooler or something like that. So that's it. It's just basically that green, but I'm excited about it.
But I think I
too.
think anything they would have done with this movie was gonna receive a backlash. But that it was for women, I think amplified it a lot.
Yeah,
because there've
always
been a
gonna be-
lot of bad movies, trailers that have been put up on YouTube,
And they're
but nothing's
good
getting
trailers.
disliked as much as this.
That's why I wanted
It's
to-
not just this is a bad movie because go look at that RoboCop that pretty much everybody thought was crap. It does not have
a bad
the ratio
trailer.
of likes.
It didn't
to
have a bad
dislikes
trailer.
that this-
I was gonna go
this
see that
has.
movie. This is actually the reason why I wanted to have this podcast, because the thing that baffles the hell out of me is that I have never in the history of me watching movies and trailers, actually let's say watching trailers, never heard of a trailer get trashed so bad.
Yeah. I mean,
So bad.
That's when you
Ever. I can't even tell you what movie. And even there's movies out there that I despise that I can tell you got good trailers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got a lot of beef from Batman vs Superman for whatever reason. Nobody hated the trailer. People thought that the movie had a lot of that it showed too much and all that. That the trailer showed a lot.
But that's pretty much
And
the
that's-
go-to line for every
yeah,
trailer now.
but this was funny. Nobody said the trailer sucked. Nobody said that trailer sucked. That first one that showed everything. Everybody didn't have a problem with the trailer. Like, I hate that trailer. You hate that trailer?
Who, me?
You hated the trailer? The Batman vs Superman trailer?
No, I thought it was pretty nice.
The trailer itself.
Yeah,
I'm speaking
it was-
from a trailer. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie.
No, I
but-
still haven't seen the movie, but I thought the trailer was awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and then when you go watch the movie, then you have your own like speculative thing. But that's what I'm trying to say. I can like Transformers. Every trailer I thought was top notch, and it's awesome. I'm pretty sure that new trailer that comes out for that new movie is gonna be awesome too, trailer wise.
Yeah.
I've never seen a trailer get hated so much as Ghostbusters.
You know why? I mean, I think it is a mixture of, going back to what Ruben said. There's always gonna be a group of fucking idiots or people. Oh, we're made of Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, my
but
goodness.
also on top of that, it's just a really bad trailer.
At the end of the day, that's what I'm trying to say. Because like I
It is
said,
a really bad
I didn't give a crap
Zero
what they were doing
excitement
with
whatsoever.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Until that trailer
Like
came
I
out,
said
I'm like,
earlier.
this is what they got. This is bad.
Yeah.
Like on any level, I can't even tell you that in any level. This
Anything
is
that
good.
they do,
not good.
even something when these 4 women took time out of while they were filming the movie to go visit sick, dying children in a hospital, that was shitted on by
No
these people.
way.
They were,
Oh,
they go
Jesus
like, this
Christ,
is a
come on.
publicity stunt. No, man, these are little kids
Yeah.
that probably have
They're
terminal
dying, for God's
diseases.
sakes.
And they saw that they were filming this movie outside of their hospital.
They say,
and
yeah.
these 4 women that you have to commend them for this. They went up and spent some time in full costume, probably gave them autographs, and just hung out with kids.
If you ask me, that's fucking awesome.
I
That's
mean,
probably the
that's
best thing.
really
even that was twisted into
Wow.
being something that it wasn't.
That's really.
Well, yeah, that's because you have the backwards thinking idiots who don't who are just at home with their freaking dad shooting guns at ducks and shit. But I mean, but like I said earlier, if it was still all females, if the same cast, Leslie Jones, Melissa McCarthy, if everyone was still in the movie and they got trained by the original group. Even with that bad trailer, I'd be looking forward to it just because it's they're bringing it back.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
No,
That
but
was a plan that I always liked. The original. I always liked the
Yeah.
handoff because you're not even gonna see something. Even with something like
Ernie Hudson's in the movie.
like Creed.
They're all in the movie.
Even with something like let's say you listen to. I was
They're all
just watching.
cameoing, every single one of them.
I was just.
No. What?
Yep. That was
That was the first
leaked.
cameo
It was
one
leaked.
out.
It was leaked about 2 weeks ago.
Didn't you see their?
They all have their perspective.
Their
cameo
little spot that they all did on Jimmy Kimmel the other day.
No, I didn't.
You should look that up. Like
They're all
everybody,
backing the movie.
They got everybody back. Ernie Hudson, Dan Aykroyd, Annie Potts.
Yeah. Everybody was there.
but Rick
Jerry
Moranis.
is now giving the look of, I think I might have to go see this just
No,
to see
no,
shows
no,
now."
Not even. Not even.
It's okay. He still stands.
No, it's like I can't believe that they're doing this.
A handoff. I think
Disbelief more.
would have been the best way to do it. Because
person-
it's hard
Yeah.
to do it. Like it's like you take a movie that people have seen, people have liked. Like this wasn't just some cult classic, like back in the '80s. And even, a movie doesn't keep like. People aren't gonna dress up like Ghostbusters, make their own proton packs because this was a cute little movie I saw when I was 6.
It sure as hell was.
This stuck with them.
Yeah.
Yep, it stuck with us. It really did.
Ghostbusters was huge,
Yep.
and I think it would have been better for the movie to just do that and not just have a straight up one like forget everything. But then they're telling us we're idiots because you started off, like I said before, 30 years ago. What do you mean 30 years ago? 30 years ago, nothing happened in New York.
Yeah.
These are a new group of Ghostbusters, so make up your damn mind,
like
Sony.
Me being a hardcore, Ghostbusters fan and, dressing up and having, I haven't built my own pack yet, but I have all the other,
Yeah, those
accessories
That was
and
awesome.
stuff.
Your
You got the little
costume was
foam,
awesome.
proton pack when we were kids.
Yeah.
That blue with the
yeah,
yellow.
I had that one.
Oh,
Yes,
my
I did.
God.
I had
But yeah, going back
But yeah,
to that.
being one of those people, yeah, you're right. It almost feels like even though they try to warn you with the whole 30 years thing in the beginning, it kind of feels like with a reboot, they're trying to almost like just rewrite all of that. You know what I mean? And that's what I don't like about.
Well, that's what's likely going to happen. Like,
Yeah.
let's say this movie does go on to make a ridiculous amount of money. Sony's not gonna be hyping up the old Ghostbusters anymore.
No,
There's
no,
not
no.
going to be any need to.
No way.
They have their new cash cow, so there's no real point to go do it.
Earlier today, Lewis and I were walking by and we saw the poster of Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
and we made a comment like back in the day, like who you gonna call?
Yeah, no.
So
this-
and then now
someone
we
else.
answer the
Yeah,
call.
No,
everybody,
I was gonna say.
And it's like,
everybody knows
nothing
that. That's
beats
enough.
the who you
No,
gonna
that
call.
goes. That tells you how big
Yeah.
that movie was.
No, that-
you could go
yeah.
up to pretty much anybody of like
Yeah.
let's say
No, real
that's
quick.
20 years old or so,
Yeah.
and say who you're gonna
Good
call.
call, and
They're
they're
gonna
gonna
know.
say Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
No,
they're
let
not
me-
gonna.
Granted,
hold on.
100%.
Hold on. This is what, because Cindy said the story wrong. I was just talking about the publicity that they have for their poster on it, because like
No,
the
I was
original.
just mentioning it,
No.
not
Yeah, let
saying the
me
story.
just fix it real quick. The poster for the original film and the slogan for it, you got the Ghostbusters was the original symbol. Bottom says Ghostbusters, and that little like line, that tagline was.
And Ernie Hudson wasn't in it because
Yeah,
people
exactly.
were even
Yeah.
more racist back then.
Exactly.
He's still they put out the Blu-ray and he's still not on
And
that
he's still
cover.
not
I
on
don't
it. It's just them three.
Yeah.
But no, but the slogan for the first film, the original film, is "Who are you gonna call? Who are you gonna call?" Right? I thought it was hilarious that when we got out of the subway, coming home today, I see the poster for the new film. Same thing. It's just got a picture of them though, of the actual all 4 Ghostbusters there. It's got the Ghostbusters, the Ecto one behind them, and it says Ghostbusters on the bottom. On the bottom of that, their slogan is "Answer the call," and in my head, I just couldn't stop laughing. I was like, "Wait a minute!" So the original film is "Who are you gonna call?" and the new promo for it is what's it call it? Answer the call.
Oh, so I get it. It's going to be like
was
Police
so-
Academy. It's
I
the
just thought it
citizens
was-
that are going to be the Ghostbusters.
I just thought it was
'Cause who
hilarious.
else- why would the Ghostbusters answer their own damn call?
Yeah, answer the call.
No, but like
I
going
just
back
thought
to
it was
what
so
Ruben
silly.
said, it's true. Like there's not one person, and even I think even my sister generation, if you go up to somebody maybe in my sister generation, you ask them who you gonna call, they're gonna say Ghostbusters. That is such a
It's powerful. It's
so
powerful.
If I ask my
that
son
it
who you
just
gonna call,
stays,
he's gonna
like,
say Ghostbusters.
and I feel
Thanks,
like this,
Even my kids know it.
even look at that, and your kids are very young,
Super young.
and
Yeah.
I mean, and this movie is like answer the call, like
Answer the call. I just
like
no,
nobody's
no,
gonna remember that. Like,
No,
Like
it's
I
like
said,
I just think
the
it's
marketing-
hilarious.
The marketing is scatterbrained.
Yeah.
Please explain to me how Europe got a marginally better trailer than we did.
Yeah, the international.
And
How?
it wasn't even. It wasn't even.
It's like
that
maybe
good.
Sony scrambled after the backlash, and I'm not even talking about the ridiculous sexist backlash. I'm talking about regular people.
Actual
backlash.
trailer backlash.
And how they somehow managed to get a trailer that wasn't just complete dog crap, and just like a few short weeks later. It's like, honestly, it sucks that anybody lost their job, but the guy was not doing it right.
Yeah.
Like, it was the worst possible. They put the worst foot forward Not the best foot. They put the worst foot forward. It's like, this is what we got. It's like leaving a freaking sick guy at the freaking foot of a hospital. Like, you guys deal with him. I don't know what the hell to do anymore. Because honestly, I don't think Sony does know what to do anymore. They go like, oh, finally we got somebody. Dan Aykroyd's been in our ear for a decade plus. This guy says he'll do it, whatever. Let him run wild with it. It's not like we're doing anything else with our franchise anyway.
No, let me ask you a question. And this is actually what's been boggling with me. Do you think that the movie that we think we're going to get, which is, I feel is going to be a comedy all through and through. Yeah. I don't even think there's going to be a hint of
there isn't. Yeah,
I don't even think there's going to be a conversation about
seriousness.
I don't even think that there's going to be a conversation. Like, just think of all the serious moments. Zero comedy moments that Ghostbusters have, and they're super memorable. Just as the funny stuff is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm talking about the shutting down of the protection grid. The conversation about.
Don't forget Ron Jeremy was there.
Oh yeah, what? Where?
He was there.
I want Ron Jeremy. Where was
he?
Ron
Was
Jeremy?
there. He was there right before he started his porn career. He was right there.
Where? Tell me.
Right outside when they shut down.
I'm watching that movie.
The containment system.
Look at that shit. 30 years later,
you're right.
I need to see Ron Jeremy.
You don't recognize him. He's not fat
grid.
anymore.
So
he was still skinny.
No, even the serious moments in this are.
I don't even know where they are.
No, there's
there
one.
Are in
I don't see
there
any.
was supposed to be a serious moment when Melissa McCarthy's character is explaining something, and then she goes like this, and then she burns her hand on the thing. You know what I mean? Like, she's trying to explain something serious, and you just
and she fucks it up with that.
The whole thing with that.
But you know what's funny?
You don't need to be comedy. That's I think maybe it's the
forced.
reason why comedy is probably the hardest thing to get right. Is that timing is everything with comedy, and you can't beat people over the head with your joke. Because I mean, people aren't gonna laugh. They're just gonna like scratch their head and go like.
That was funny 5 seconds ago when you just beat it with it. It's beating a dead horse.
It's the reason. Like the reason I think maybe even something like Family Guy is falling off.
Like that would have been.
It's like it's just they've explained too much afterwards. It's like
they use that as the funny part.
You have to explain the joke. There's no point in it.
Or not only that, but when they drag out a joke too.
Yeah.
They drag out a joke.
And that was
this movie does. How many slaps
does
Leslie Jones give Melissa McCarthy?
2.
Like
two
is that we see.
And
two is what we see. And then when we see the actual movie, she's probably slapped 10 times.
I hope that's one of those scenes. Because you know how some trailers you see something and then you don't see it in the movie. I hope that's one of those scenes.
That's something I'm trying not to criticize the movie. I would have loved if it was in the same vein as Ghostbusters 1. I'm not even gonna put 2. I'm gonna say 1. But once Paul Feig was like put in there, that was a wrap. We were gonna get a straight up comedy.
But I thought he was a good choice, and the reason why I'm saying that
he has a way of making his movies,
because he got great ratings for it. Like his other movies.
His movies have made money, and they've gotten critical acclaim, but he makes a certain amount of movie, and he's not going to change regardless. Regardless of what his name is being attached to,
he's going to make the movie he wants to make.
And I try not to. I'm not going to hate on this movie because it's not what I want it to be.
No, not at all, because it shouldn't be what I want it to be. First of all, I don't want it to be the movie that I want it to be, Ghostbusters, or any movie for that matter. I don't want the movie that I want in my head.
I'm not gonna lie and say I wouldn't have preferred it, but I honestly can't take a criticism from anyone to say, oh, it's not like how I want it to be that seriously, because
I do, and I'm bitter.
You've always been that way though.
Look, man.
But even then, we can't always latch on to the past. Even if we got everybody back, let's say. If God was a little nicer and Hal Ramis was still around and Bill Murray wanted to do it, we weren't going to get the movie that I think would have lived up to it anyway.
I've said that too, though. I said even if they were going to go with a reboot, make a good one.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
I just want a good movie.
That's all I want. A good plot.
But one thing is that I did want, and this is actually not asking much. It needs to keep the same tone.
Yeah.
That's all I want. I don't give a crap what movie you show, what movie you make. Just give me the right amount of seriousness and the right amount of comedy.
It's all about balance.
Because that's what Ghostbusters is most important about, is that, you know, we wouldn't have those magical moments of the shutting down of the protection grid scene. The scene where Ray and Winston are talking about the end of times while they're driving back home from ghostbusting. That's pretty creepy, them having. I was a kid, I used to fast forward that scene because it was that creepy. Yeah. Along with other scenes.
But that's the whole thing. The movie needs to be all about balance, just the right amount of everything. And
you know
I feel like this movie is just going to be pure comedy.
Paul Feig brought his team that he's been using since Bridesmaid, and that he's not going to. I'm talking about the writer and
the writer, the behind the scenes.
He uses the same guys, the same people, and that's the way he does it. So it sucks, but. There's not really anything we can do about that now.
This is actually where
the dream really died when Harold Ramis died.
This is actually
Ghostbusters died with him.
I'm calling this right now because something as big as Ghostbusters or what it's become, it's not I don't think it's gonna be the fault or the complete works of the director and the writer. This is actually behind the scenes thing. I'm talking about Sony itself, and they're saying we need to make it like this. Writer, snap. It needs to be like this. We want to make Ghostbusters, but it needs to be like this because we want these people to see it. If we don't have these people to see it, we're not gonna make any money.
Yeah, because they've been bleeding the stone dry from people like Jeremy, and I don't mean that derogatory way. I'm not. I'm being dead serious. I'm just saying because people hear when people like me. What do you mean people like me?
What do you mean you people?
What
do you mean
exactly.
people?
They've been sucking that stone dry for how long has it been now? And there's so much you're gonna get from the nostalgia market. Yes. There is just so
I don't want
much.
nostalgia. I want a good movie. That's
no,
all I want.
but there's just so much you can do, and maybe Sony thought that they go like, we can't really do much with these people anymore. They're gonna see it. Most of them, they are. You know they are.
No, they are.
They're gonna see it regardless. So we don't need to cater to them. Let's try to get some new blood to see this movie, and hope for the best.
Yeah.
But that's one thing that Sony has failed a lot with.
Yeah.
You know, Spider-Man, look at Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man 3 was all politics,
yeah,
man.
How many fans wanted to see
If
which villains and what? And then Sony was like, we're going to do what we do. You're going to watch it
Yeah.
as a Spider-Man.
Yeah, you're going to watch it. It says Spider-Man on it. You're going to... Actually, no, it didn't. Money-wise, it didn't.
Amazing Spider-Man or...
No, I'm not. I'm talking about Spider-Man 3.
Oh, Spider-Man 3? No,
because Spider-Man 3 was
did,
made by pure politics.
Yeah.
It made... Actually, it's actually the highest grossing Spider-Man of all time. Out of all the Spider-Man movies that came out, sadly. Wow. But that movie just failed due to politics, man. It was just horrible. It was studio driven, studio hammered down and everything. Amazing Spider-Man, same thing. Both of them, they were hammered down by Sony. Says we need to do it because they tell us if we don't do it every 5 years, we're gonna lose our license to Spider-Man, and we got to give it back to Marvel when we're not having that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So that's the political.
And just
hammer.
look at Civil War. Yeah. Like how people were so excited just to see Spider-Man, and he's in that movie. What a grand total
17
of
minutes, if I'm correct.
And even that seems longer than what we actually got.
17 or 7. Either way, no, it's more 17.
I think it's 17.
Yeah, 17 minutes. I think that was the actual.
With,
you got the Peter Parker stuff, and then you got the Spider-Man stuff. But
yeah, Sony, like, I honestly still wonder why, though.
Yeah.
I wonder why they even wanted to have another Ghostbusters movie out.
It's due to the popularity. It's not for nothing. We've been asking.
But does anybody here know what the budget is? For this movie,
I can figure it out.
I don't.
Google that.
I would guess about maybe 100 mil.
Even that sounds too much for what we've seen.
For what we've seen, yeah.
Because we know they're not in New York. They filmed this in Boston.
Sadly, it's not a New York movie.
Well, even then,
100% like the.
They did go to 8 Hook and Ladder though, no? They did go to 8 Hook and Ladder.
They did certain scenes.
Yeah, just places. Like the original. Because the original part of it was filmed in New York.
It's exteriors,
part
though,
of it was
the firehouse
in LA.
Oh, okay.
But it's not 100% a New York movie, as the original two were.
Wow.
That's what's so weird, you know? That being said, we're not sexist pigs.
No, like I would have been perfectly fine. Although, you know, going back to what Cindy said, I would have liked a mix. You know, it doesn't have to. It didn't.
Co-ed would have been nice,
and one Dominican at least.
Yes.
Jesus.
No,
hey,
man.
Hey.
Why couldn't
there be some nice Dominican stereotypes?
It would have been nice to have.
It would be a stereotype.
You know, a dude in the mix.
Unfortunately, we haven't gotten past that. Even if it was a Puerto Rican, they would have a.
I work at the Mofongo house. I want to be a Ghostbuster.
Oh yeah, that's one thing that you know for sure. If we had a Puerto Rican, any Hispanic Ghostbuster, he or she would speak broken
have a
English.
Spanish accent, like a broken Spanish accent in their English.
But no, so like.
Though I would have loved to see something like that in the vein of that damn video of Flama of like between the Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. I was like, dude talking like that in Spanglish, I would have freaking watched that movie 5 times. I just said, give that guy or girl a freaking series.
Let me ask you something. Do you think that we're just being... Yes, you have to answer my questions. I am the boss of this show. Do you think that we're just being like... You know, like
pessimistic?
No, not pessimistic. Well, maybe a little bit.
It would be pessimistic if we were doing this before we have any. Obviously, we shouldn't just give a full opinion because we don't have anything. But what do we have? At most 6 minutes of the movie, if that.
Are we being just like old men with canes, just
No.
waving it around?
Not at all.
Back
Not-
in my day, you know.
Not at all.
No, I think
because I haven't because comparing this movie, but you could compare many movies to the original Ghostbusters, and they're not even gonna. It's not even up to par.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be able to even hold that movie's jockstrap.
You ready for it?
No.
I got the budget.
What is it?
154.
That seems incredibly high for honestly what we've seen.
That is a lot of money.
Where did it go?
How much was Jurassic World?
In the special effects, I think. This is Jurassic World was 150, I think.
Okay, so they spent $4 million more on this crap?
Yeah. They spent $4 million more on this crap. But see, this is the thing, and a lot of people are probably going to get, because I want to speak about that. Jurassic World is a reboot sequel. You know, because they want to reboot the franchise, but they also stemmed off a sequel because Hammond is in it, or his, you know, like his spirit is in it. They got his statue in the Jurassic World, and it's his idea realized now. It's a park now. His vision has come true, and it has that sense of realism. Like all these years have passed, and now we're able to actually not fuck up, so to speak, and have these dinosaurs like well behaved enough for people to look at it and pet, like as they show kids petting the dinosaurs, but. I think that's what they were trying to do with this movie, but then somewhere along the line I said, no, we're not doing that. It's completely new, and so I think that 30 years ago trailer has been kind of like trash. Like, no, don't look at that trailer. Look at this trailer. We don't have that 30 years ago thing on there.
But I mean, I don't think we're being like old men with canes. You know, like when I did eventually come to grips that it was not gonna be, you know, a sequel, at least from what I read, and I was like, all right, fine. I guess whatever.
We were just hoping for a
take
good movie,
reboot.
right,
Yeah,
James?
and then,
Like,
and
that's
then when the trailer
bottom
finally
line
came,
is.
I was like, this is crap.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy the trailer at all.
I didn't.
And I've been someone.
Neither did I.
And I've been someone I've been online.
And you wanted to watch it. What is it?
I've
Like, like, oh, there's a trailer.
Yeah.
I've been online defending the movie, not defending the movie per se,
Defending
but
the
considering how
sexism part
much
of it.
stuff that this gotten that Leslie
Senseless.
Jones at one point said, "I need to get off of Twitter because of all the harassment I'm getting."
Yeah.
That's fucked
Because
up.
you know how people go for what does the dude say when he's trying to fight another dude trying to piss him off? Oh, I'm gonna kick your ass, man. I'm gonna do it. What do they say to a woman? I'm gonna rape your corpse. That's what they've
been saying. Wow.
That's the type of the vitriol that these women have to deal with.
That's insane.
And that's the stuff that's just plain wrong. And I've been trying to push back against that, like since that.
He's like, look, dude, we don't like the trailer. Yes,
all
but dude,
uncalled
chill
for.
with the
Yeah,
having sex with your corpse
stop,
thing.
Stop shitting on people because they're women. You know, just shit on them because their movie is crap.
And
the
Kirsten
movie,
Wiig and
we
Kate
were-
McKinnon especially, I've loved their work on SNL.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
honestly, I think I hope if I ever do get around to watching the movie, which is only gonna happen if the reviews are phenomenal.
Okay.
I'm not even talking about Rotten Tomatoes. I'm talking about people I know.
Like people, people
so
actually
you're never
say.
gonna see the movie.
Let me ask, and this goes
and
to
it'll
the.
be like that when it's free on
Oh,
TV
okay.
somewhere. I'll
But
see
going
it.
back to the whole,
Or that.
are we being old men with canes? I agree with Jeremy. Like the whole thing is that I would have loved to watch another Ghostbusters movie if they would have stayed within the same realm, meaning like with the whole balance of comedy and seriousness. And just a good plot in general. Just give me a good plot.
Well, that's
Give
the
me
one thing
good.
that we
That's
can't really
all I
say.
want.
We don't really know anything about the plot
No, we
so
don't.
far.
We don't.
For all we
But
know-
we're making assumptions right
for
now.
all
Oh
we
yeah,
know,
we
for
know
all
there's gonna be a big bad because
Yeah.
these movies always have a big bad.
Yeah. For all we know, we just probably got a trailer that was just comedy. For all we know, there's probably
let's
seriousness
hope.
all
Maybe,
over it.
maybe.
For all we know.
Let's hope.
And some idiot out there say, just give them the
Just
funny
show
stuff.
them the funny stuff.
I'm
yeah.
just
So draw in
surprised.
the
I don't think so, but I
I
think
don't
that.
think so
I mean,
either.
we
That's
never
why
know.
I'm being kind of
I'm just
pessimistic.
surprised that Sony, with all the backlash, they didn't decide to do what Suicide Squad did and go back, listen to the feedback, and just reshoot some stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
that would have been a good call, at least.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
what
that's
the
the
hell.
thing with Sony. They only have one division that's making any money, and that's the PlayStation division. Even though all those companies are under the same umbrella, they're still separate companies. It's not like they can just go like, "Yo, they're making some of that PlayStation money to fix up this movie."
Yeah. Before we wrap up, I just got the obvious question to ask you, and I don't need to ask you, Cindy, because your answer is my answer.
Wow.
Are you going to go see
that?
it? Are you going to go see it?
I'm not paying for a ticket. I'll probably watch a download honestly. And then if I think the movie's good, which I highly doubt, I will definitely go and give them my money. But on something that looks so terrible, I'm probably not going to be spending money on opening day.
Unless the reviews are phenomenal, I'm not going to be paying money to see this movie. I'll wait until it's available on Netflix or something like that. But from what I've seen, that
should be in about
I'm not gonna throw down $15 or whatever ridiculous price tickets are now to see it, because I haven't seen anything that goes like, I need to see this movie.
Yeah.
Now, my answer, and I'm sure that it's the same as Cindy's answer, is we're not going to go see it. We're not seeing this movie. But now this is where I'm going to flip it. Because I need to have a sequel to my podcast. I say, let's go see it.
Oh, Lord.
Are you treating
all right,
us?
you know what? All right.
For podcast
What
sake.
do you think?
I will...
Do we get media credentials? Then it'll be free.
If you can get in contact with Sony and just be like,
They're
yo,
not
we're
gonna
pressed.
believe me.
We're pressed.
The show's
This actually was
eventually,
messed up. This movie is
if
actually
the show
not having any pre-screening.
keeps going well, we would eventually be able to do that.
This movie actually is not.
Are
getting
we
any
part of this, or is
pre-screenings,
only
you heard?
Lewis part of this thing?
Yeah, I'm hoping
I'm gonna amend what I
Yeah,
said.
but I mean, are you the only one?
Listen. This is actually what I want to say. This movie actually
Jeremy's gonna say he's gonna amend what he says.
What part?
No, I'm just saying I'm gonna amend what I say. I'll see it in theaters if I pay for a different ticket.
If you pay for a
I don't want to
How do you do that?
You can do that. I saw my first movie.
but
I paid.
nowadays-
I was like 15, and I paid like to see like a PG movie, and then we just went into an R-rated movie.
Yeah, but the thing is that now movie theaters are like Gestapo. They look like the freaking gates of like the gates of like X-Men, where Magneto as a little kid is trying to go to his parents, and they're not letting him. I think that was like we're gonna be paying for Independence Day, and then we're gonna go to Ghostbusters, and they're like, no, and you're trying to go Ghostbusters.
Just to be able, I'm gonna do it, kicking and screaming, but just to be able to come back.
If it's for
to
a
the
podcast, I'll
and talk
do it,
about
but
it.
That's
Yeah.
exactly.
But for my,
the only reason that I would watch it.
If it makes you feel better, we're all gonna be kicking and screaming to go see it.
Well,
And
Jeremy and I are gonna dress up as Ghostbusters. I think the original Ghostbusters.
What better way to do it than with good company and go seeing a bad movie, or what is potentially a bad movie?
Something Ghostbusters. We have to.
You understand what I'm saying?
So
So
I've never really
Old school
like,
Ghostbusters.
I've never really liked paying to go to movies. I always found it way too expensive for what you
Nowadays
get.
it
So
is.
that's the main reason I wasn't gonna go see it.
No.
It wasn't a movie that looked like, oh, when I need to see this. So I
don't-
wasn't going to.
The
But if it's
best
for
part
the
of-
podcast, maybe I would.
Well, the
Unless
best
it's
part,
Star Wars.
the best part about this podcast is that we don't have to see it day one. It's not something that we're gonna go watch and then run right back and record. So and we're trying to watch it as cheap as possible. So I recommend
A matinee.
a weekday
Yeah.
matinee showing. You understand what I'm saying? You see where I'm getting at with that? Where we're paying way less than we should be paying to watch it. I'm not paying $12 to see this. Matter of fact, no, I'm not paying $24 to see this
Well,
movie.
Lewis and I, we are always willing to pay for movies when it comes to Star
Not this
Wars.
one. Oh, Star Wars, yes.
But not,
But not this
Well,
one.
we have to
Yeah.
wait another 5 months for another one of those.
Yes. But all I'm saying is that I think that so we can have our own Ghostbusters 2 podcast, so that way we can be just as cool as the original Ghostbusters that they had 2 movies. I say that we
And
watch
still, it
this.
was only going to technically be 2 movies.
Yeah.
Because if this thing somehow got a sequel, you could bet your ass it'll be called
It'll be by
Ghostbusters
force.
2.
It'll be by force.
No, but I mean, it'll be called
Oh, yeah.
Ghostbusters 2, so
I
we'll
hope
have
not.
2 separate.
I hope it'll just be called Ghostbusters and then whatever title they want to do, like they did Ninja Turtles. They don't call it Ninja Turtles 2. They call it Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. That's what they need to do.
Ghostbusters, even crappier.
Yeah. The ghosts come back. So let me tell you actually about cameos real quick before we exit out this. Not only were we going to get, because Jeremy didn't know this, but we're getting all 4 members. They're coming back.
3.
Ernie Hudson's not. No, Bill Murray's coming back. I heard.
Harold Ramis.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
How
Wow,
could you?
respect
Wow.
the dead.
Yes, I should respect the dead. I apologize. It will be
Jesus
3.
Christ.
We will be getting Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, and Ernie Hudson. They will play a cameo somewhere in the movie. But also another character, 2 actual characters that are not real people are going to make a cameo in this movie too. And one we saw in the trailer. which is Slimer.
Yeah.
And I saw a clip. Yes, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man will be making an appearance.
I think I saw that clip too.
Yeah,
but I wonder, we're gonna get the same exact scene because I just find it weird. It's a brand new universe, so they still have Stay Puft Marshmallows.
Yeah, brand new universe.
Yeah, a brand new universe, but they also have
Slimer.
Stay Puft Company marshmallows.
Yeah.
Well, Slimer's just a ghost, but I mean, the Marshmallow Man was like a mascot. So what is this? Are they just gonna go like, oh, it was a joke? It is in the same universe. It's a
Who knows what the hell they want to
Who
do?
knows?
Yeah,
Like
Earth 2.
It's leaving us a little baffled because now we're gonna really see the plot. We really have to see how this.
Even
goes.
if this was not to go a little more nerdy with it, push my glasses up. I would forgive, even if it's a terrible movie. I would forgive the movie if there were parallel universes and somehow Slimer traveled like interdimensionally
along with Stay Puft.
When was the last time we saw Slimer? Is that when he was driving the taxi?
No, he was driving a bus.
Too?
He was driving a bus.
Yeah, he was driving the bus.
Get it right, Booby. Get it right.
And he also scared Rick Moranis in part 2 as well. He was eating in the fire station, and that's what I'm talking about. Is one of the things that I can't stand. That's where we enjoyed it as kids, but it's like, come on.
I wonder, is the firehouse even in this movie, or was that just a marketing?
They have
ploy?
a building. I don't know if it's a firehouse.
But it is an actual building.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like a firehouse. It looks like
no.
I think it looks like they're in Chinatown. That's what it looks like.
From what I read, their headquarters is above a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah,
but they still show us the firehouse that everybody knows.
Yeah.
So I wonder,
you know why?
Do they eventually go to it, or was it Sony just being
playing
with us?
No, I'm calling the joke right now. When they're looking for a place to stay, a place to open up, they're gonna go to the firehouse and they're gonna realize they can't afford it for whatever reason, or they can't have it for whatever reason.
I was thinking that same
and then they're just gonna be like, all right, so we can afford this, and they're gonna be in Chinatown. That I'm calling it. That's the joke.
Most likely.
And it's not even funny, even me telling it.
Yeah.
You know. Like, what's going to do in this firehouse? They're probably going to go all out and do the Dan Aykroyd scene when he's sliding down the pole.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, oh my God, we should sleep here tonight.
And that's
we can't afford
honestly,
it. Honestly,
that's one thing I think that'll probably hurt this movie is that if they try to pigeonhole these 4 women into those 4 roles, there's nothing I think that should be set in stone that we need to have a Ray, a Peter, an Egon, and a Winston.
But we will.
We will, but I think that hurts the movie more than it helps it.
Probably.
I mean, they could be their own people. You don't.
But
need
those
to,
people are actually. Those people were created for us, the old men with canes whipping around.
I'm not old.
Says you. Says you. But we've been on this podcast way too long, and I actually have all of you guys recorded, and I can take you to court if you don't comply. We said that we were going to go see this movie for the sake of creating Ghostbusters 2, the podcast.
But we're giving our tickets to some.
Unfortunately, yes. Sony. I don't know anybody as a Sony rep that can give me a free ticket and 3 other ones.
Oh no, I'll buy a ticket for like Swiss Army Man or something.
And then go see Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
If you can do that and they allow us, maybe that'll do it, right? We'll give money to somebody else. That actually sounds like a good idea. Or if we can just do the plain old sneak-in thing, you know?
Yeah. I did that. Hold on. I'm gonna mute the mic.
Somewhere.
I did that.
Oh, thanks for the secret.
Be good,
so
guys. Be good.
We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll matinee, pay $5.
Matinee is probably the best.
I know in Jersey before 4:00, we can go somewhere and watch it for freaking $4.
Wow,
you know
that
what I'm
sounds
saying?
like
$4 or $6.
Still too much for Ghostbusters.
I know. We got to pay for food, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pay to eat watching this shit. You know, but we've been on this podcast too long. We've already decided for you wonderful people out there in the podcast world that we're gonna strap ourselves to a really.
We're gonna bite the bullet, guys, for you guys, specifically for you. We are gonna bite the bullet.
We're gonna look at the trap, right?
Yeah. That's exactly what we're gonna definitely look at the trap. We're gonna cross the streams before they told us that we shouldn't. We're gonna do all those things.
Yeah.
We're gonna turn on all the proton packs in the elevator instead of just the one, and not move away. So we're gonna take the plunge. We're gonna strap ourselves to a torture chair, which will be our movie theater chairs, and watching this movie just so you guys can hear us talk about, the same group hear us talk about how amazing this movie was.
But God help you people if Melissa Carsey falls down awkwardly.
I'm waiting. Oh my God, I hope she doesn't.
I guess that's it. and this has been an exciting podcast. And I had fun, at least. This is probably going to be the most fun we have about Ghostbusters. Talking about it. So,
go play the game if you guys want to see what happens after Ghostbusters.
Yes, the real sequel. But real quick, Jeremy, is there a place that because I know you do some music and you got some stuff. So I mean, is there a place that we can look for your stuff? You know?
I am on YouTube, Instagram, and Snapchat and Facebook as Germs the Lion. That's JERMZTHELION. Make some music. I start to do a little bit of rants and stuff every once in a while, so you can find me there.
Check him out when you get a chance. My man is talented.
All right, man. So, does anybody else have anything that they want us to? What about you, Ruben? You got some? No, you ain't got none.
No, let's tell these damn kids to get off my lawn.
Yeah, okay, so kids.
What about you, baby bear?
Well, me, you got What the Hell Did We Just Watch?
There we got it. My baby got it.
Check out my Facebook, facebook.com/What the Hell PCast. All right, you can find me right there.
Don't forget that you can go also on iTunes and find out my honey's podcast at What the Hell Did We Just Watch on iTunes. So check them out there when you get a chance.
But we haven't watched anything yet.
Yes, no. You can actually, for the podcast, you can actually listen to it on iTunes. You can listen to it on Google Play for all you Android users. You can also listen to it on SoundCloud if you have an account. And you can also listen to it on a website called podtrack.com. All links are on Facebook that you can click on. That Podtrack are for people that want to listen to the podcast, but they do not want to submit themselves into signing into anything. So it'll take you to a straight player, because for those people that think that the government is looking at them, I got you guys covered. Yeah. So, one last time, this is Luis Vargas.
Cece, aka Cindy. Said it backwards, but yeah.
Germs the Lion.
Ruben, don't forget your Chuli's gum.
And this has been another episode of What the Hell Did We Just Watch? Real Talk Rant. And just got one more thing to say. Peace out, yo.
Peace
out.